Hello, my name is Zhengdong Liang, a violinist, and I was a member of the Ottawa Symphony Orchestra for 3 years during my undergrad degree. Currently, I'm finishing my master's degree at the Mannes School of Music in New York City and will become a member in the orchestra now at the Bard College this upcoming fall. My orchestra experiences was not successful at first. I failed the OSO audition in my first year bachelor because I had no idea about preparing the excerpts. I still remember I played the Firebird way too slow, and it was a very embarrassing moment. But I did not give up. I took the audition again in my second year, and I finally became a substitute violinist. Although I didn't have the chance to play with OSO in every concert, these experiences let me make a decision to become an orchestral musician for my career. Once again, I had my third audition with OSO in my third year of bachelor, and I finally became part of the OSO community. I remember we played at the NAC Hall with many great repertoires and had so many unforgettable memories. Finally, in my last year of bachelor, OSO introduced a new position called the concertmaster mentee. My teacher encouraged me to take the chance, but to be honest, I didn't have too many hopes of winning. But unexpectedly, I won the audition. It was quite an adventure for me throughout these 3 years, from the very back of the section to sit next to the concertmaster in my last year with OSO. Besides being able to learn so many great symphony works, I witnessed the power of music through these opportunities. I realized orchestra music has the power to unite the people. Although the main venue for the orchestra is located at the downtown of Ottawa, we were able to have rehearsals all over the city to expand our music sharing opportunities. We call this Inside the Orchestra series. These were successful and made me realize there are still many people who don't have the access to classical music in the world because of the inequality of education. The series gave them an opportunity to fulfill their curiosity about classical music and eventually helped them to become a music lover. Meanwhile, this attracted many audiences from all over the city to attend the real performance in the downtown. Whenever I saw new faces from the audience seats, I started to appreciate the power of music. I was very happy to become a part of the orchestra community to perform beautiful music, and I could strongly feel that the local community was being solidified and strengthened. At the end, I really appreciate the opportunity I had with OSO, and here I wish the brightest future to OSO.
Hi, my name is Blythe, and I play the violin. As I'm sure many can say, I started playing because of my parents, but I wasn't the only one in our family to play an instrument. My mother plays the trumpet, my father the trombone, my older brother cello, and my younger brother violin and viola. Music certainly is a shared passion in my family. In fact, I studied music at the University of Ottawa together with my brothers, Ethan and Tobin. I played with the OSO as a student member during this time as I worked on my undergrad from 2015 to 2019. I must admit, I did not go into my undergrad with the most positive orchestral experiences behind me, and I was unsure of what I wanted to do with the violin. Thankfully, I had some incredibly formative opportunities with the OSO that showed me how special playing in a symphony orchestra can be. When I played Mahler II, Resurrection, I reveled in a power of sound that was so beyond what I could create on my own, and immediately fell in love with his heavy romanticism. A year or two later, I had the opportunity to sit assistant concertmaster beside Olivier Twain from the OSM, playing Mahler's Das Lied von der Erde, the Song of the Earth. This concert was as rewarding as it was challenging, and the learning experience of both the repertoire and playing beside the associate concertmaster of the OSM was profound. And a year or so later, we played the iconic Mahler 5, which, to this day, I get stuck in my head. So, clearly, I now love Mahler. However, if I had to pick my favorite orchestral composer, it would undoubtedly be Richard Strauss. Don Juan, Death and Transfiguration, Ein Heldenleben, Alpine Symphony, Till Eulenspiegel. The list goes on. His tone poems are so unique, so epic in scope, and filled to the brim with life. I could listen to them on repeat, and, indeed, I have on many a road trip filled my playlist with Strauss. Certainly for violinists, and I'm sure for many other instruments as well, Strauss is unavoidable in auditions. I don't think I've ever not been asked to play the opening of Don Juan in one. It's full of heroism and virtuosity, and considering Strauss is my favorite, I'd love to share this excerpt with you now. Now, sadly, I did not have the pleasure of playing Don Juan with the OSO, and, in fact, haven't played it in its entirety yet. But this leads me to my most memorable performance with the group, which was playing Strauss's Also sprach Zarathustra. Before this concert, I had played Der Rosenkavalier Suite and Death and Transfiguration, so my fascination with Strauss was in full swing. The opening to Also sprach is legendary. If you don't know it by name, I guarantee if you look it up, you'll recognize it. And the rest is just as good. As with many of these tone poems, Also sprach has a great concertmaster solo, but it also features a wild and virtuosic first stand solo between the concertmaster and the assistant. And as I was sitting assistant concertmaster for this program, I had the chance to play it. Exploring this piece was the most challenging and thrilling orchestral project I've faced to date, and playing repertoire like this is what set me on the path to be a professional orchestral musician. Although auditions have been on hold for the past year, I've not been idle. I just graduated from the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor with a double master's degree in violin performance and chamber music, and I will be returning in the fall for an additional year of study. Both last and this summer, I was looking forward to going to Japan to participate in the Pacific Music Festival, which is a highly competitive orchestral festival, before it was cancelled. When concerts are happening, I play in the area with the Windsor Symphony Orchestra and the Ann Arbor Symphony, and I recently won a spot in the orchestra now and a substitute position in the New World Symphony. I feel incredibly lucky to have played with the OSO throughout my undergrad. The mentorship program with the University of Ottawa is a truly unique partnership. I have applied the experience and knowledge that I gained from the OSO countless times, and I feel that playing with the OSO has set me up for success in this field in a way that no music degree alone ever could.
If you've been enjoying our programming over the last few months, please consider sharing this episode on your social media or donating to the orchestra at ottawasymphony.com/donate. Every bit helps. This episode of RE-JOYce was brought to you by several invaluable community partners. Nous tenons également à remercier nos commanditaires et partenaires: Rogers TV Ottawa, the City of Ottawa, the University of Ottawa, the Ontario Arts Foundation, the Ottawa Community Foundation, the Crabtree Foundation, the Canada Council for the Arts, Unique FM 94,5, Diamond Storage, and our presenting sponsor, Alterna Savings. Thanks for listening, and join us next time for another episode of RE-JOYce. Merci de votre attention et à la prochaine.